in the game.
Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, home of the Oakland Raiders, but today, home to the start of another exciting college football season as we are ready to crank it up here in Vegas in the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Wolverines ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's White. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Shotgun. There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They go to the ground. Pass the sticks in, still on his feet. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
An explosive
Hello?
running game as he's got the first down.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Bell. Oh, he's got some space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Michigan. Extra point here will tie the game. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He has 60 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. And the Dogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll give it to him again. Finds a little space. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum. And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That isn't a...
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here and keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just steamrolling the defense. Gets him
first down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Haynes. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
His legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Powers through. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up 1 quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking to scramble. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Extra point here would tie the game. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. The 50. The 40. The 20. Inside the 10. He takes it all the way back for the 2.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. This from inside the 5. Makes a move. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Back to pass. It's Manning. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Frazier. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left. Have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly.
Intercepted. Big play. Stop the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job.
There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Wolverines are marching down the field. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Throwing right. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
defense. Nice job by the quarterback, finally running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. He hurls one deep down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Wants to throw on first down. And as he throws, he's got an open man. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks in Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
He'll pull it down and run. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Good.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
When it gets in long yardage situations defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with...
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Georgia! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the running back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. play. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken him some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Complete to the left. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Using his legs, it's Haynes. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. They'll send the back in motion. A run for the quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead, they take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Using his feet. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Dropping back, it's Manning. Dances away. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime.
Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kicker has every everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even... He uncorks one deep. Snags it on the right. Running free. Touchdown, Wolverine. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Scrambling away. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This one's complete. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. He's had a day, 103 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Quarterback moving. That's it fly. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Looking to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's got a 2-point conversion. It's good, and now they're within a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So here comes the Michigan offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it. Jesse, they'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Tight end now in motion.
to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of
Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll move the tight end. Get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He fires one deep over the middle. Finds a spot in the middle. Touchdown, Wolverine! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Pittsburgh looked like a bunch of world beaters today in a stern-to-stem beatdown. I think a lot of people forget this program won 5 national titles last century. A rich tradition and a sparkling performance today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Odom. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a strike for a completion.
Spins it out to the back. That's reeled in. It's Frazier. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Quarterback adapting. Showing all kinds of confidence in that arm, throwing back to the right.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, That is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they force that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Big guy smells it, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Dogs! Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. To the air, it's Underwood. Got a man, it's Haynes. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
Might be changing the route. On the run, it's Haynes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Haynes.
Guys out the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. That gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Michigan! He would not be denied.
Man, that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Wide receiver comes in motion. I'm trying to power it in. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Manning. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab on the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoops his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Smashes through the tackle. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. And he's still running after the move. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's
going for it all. Touchdown, Wolverine! And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. At this Bulldog offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. You got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
He tries to take the top off. Brings it in down the left side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 42. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Dances away to buy time. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Forced out of the pocket. He'll take another shot here. Makes the catch down the right side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in
these
this
niggas
game.
so sorry.
Here
They
we
can't
are
fuck
late.
with me.
He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Blasted as he lets it go. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Them niggas too
And
much.
he's
Niggas concede. Oh, I don't concede.